Welcome back, everybody. Got a bunch of people coming in as we're speaking here, so I'll hold off on a couple things there. But welcome back. Chris here. It's 11/11/2014, and we are back ready to keep our week going solid and keep crushing it. Keep crushing it. Got a lot of slow action tonight. I'm really hoping it doesn't turn out into be a dull holiday. But the Aussie is alive for us. But I hope everyone did have a good holiday today, though. Good Veterans Day. As far as news goes, okay, we're not looking at anything until 2 a.m. and that's to be expected, especially on a holiday. So the last news release was at 7:30 an hour ago, and that was on the Aussie medium impact. That's a wage price index. All right, so it was a good little thing to get the Aussie bumping and rolling, and it still is because of it. You can see the chop going on here. All right, but I don't know if it's going to have what it takes to keep it rolling all night. So we're really going to keep crossing and hope the market stays alive, because right now the euro's looking very, very dead. The dollar yen's very, very dead for right now, and we know things like to open up somewhere around 9 o'clock, so we'll just kind of keep our fingers crossed for that one. Let me see, I got show marked ready to go here. But greeting everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Glad to have you all back. Yep. Hey everybody. Everybody. Keep it easier. We got Kelly, Henry, Sparkplug, Nicolay, Leah, Caleb, Telemont, everybody that types and everybody that's in the back and likes to be quiet. Glad to have all you back. Got a few people that are having issues with the password change here. Trying to get that taken care of. It's always shown right there on the front screen, so there shouldn't be issues, but never know. Sometimes things wig out. Hopefully they don't miss anything while we get them taken care of and get everybody in here. Hey, Mr. Dealmart. Looks like we're getting a level on the euro here. Right there. Not a strong one, but a very temporary level. And if the market's to stay dead tonight, that could very well hold for us. So that's going to be our first purple line of the night for the euro. Euro is very crummy. It's almost looking like it might sit in a range, very tight range like that right now. That's the way it's kind of acting. So hopefully it doesn't. We really do want it to break that range, but that's what it's looking like right now. Let's see. All right. So it's going to find some support on our level there. Let's see here. Spoker says you should fall on that euro, and that's a good call. He saw the same level I did, and slammed home a nice little call on that. Good little level to bounce off of. But Mr. Bushido says, Chris, please tell me that we have a daytime session coming soon. And yes, Bushido, it is closer. It's not there yet, but it is closer. We have stepped closer to our goal. It will come. That's a given. It will be here. But unfortunately, I can't control exactly when, because we're waiting on numbers here. So we don't want to cut ourselves in half and a little too premature. So we want to have nice full sessions in both the morning and the evenings there, and we need the demand for it. So because nighttime is still going to easily be our main session as far as population goes and attendees. That's for sure. We have a lot of people that sit in the background, a lot more than you guys might realize, that will continue to stay here, and we can't rob them of their session. So it's going to be two or not just one. Okay, we're not going to do one or the other. It's going to be night and day. See if we get another pop on the euro, if it's finally to break out of our level here, which is what we want. We do want the euro to break out of this level because that's a good sign for us that it's going to have a little bit more life in it. Right now it's testing all these bottom wicks here, this wick and this wick. So this could be very interesting. I wouldn't consider it a breakout yet because it's just kind of testing around. It's been at this price before, so it's not unheard of. But where it closes could very well easily bounce back up and close above that purple line. But looks like it's getting ready to set some new lows, though. So be very cautious with that one. Oh, I understand, Mr. Bushido. I understand. Like I said, it will come, so don't worry. Don't worry. But we'll get it here. It should be sooner rather than later. Okay. Hold on one second. Turn the fan on. Absolutely, Bushido. Absolutely. And if there's ever a time where you have a question about something, if you're wondering, hey, do you have it yet? Just shoot us an email, and well, that's the easiest way because we'll get the new notification. We might forget to send you one. I'll do my best to remember to do that, but if I do forget, just ask, and I'll get back to you immediately. As the dollar yen here on the top right starts grinding up to our top line, we should see some good rejection build. All right, as it gets closer and closer, it should kind of run out of steam as it gets up there, and that's what we want. I really wanted it to reach these highs first, at least these highs. It doesn't have to necessarily hit the purple line, but I was kind of hoping we could get price here for solid rejection, and that would give us a trade there. That absolutely would give us a trade there. But it doesn't, at this exact moment, does not appear to be giving it to us. But there's 4 minutes left. That's a lot of time for these candles to play out. Eurodollar is finding a little bit of support there, but that is below our level. So we're going to use due caution on that. Every once and again, you'll see a candle do something like that, and then we'll go back to respecting the level. But you have to treat it like the level's broken now because it did close on the other side of that level. So we've got to be very careful with it. Very careful. Because as this reads right now, this level has been broken and should be using this area here. This previous support should be used as a resistance, but it's not a solid indication. You don't see it tested. You don't see it bouncing off of it too much because the candles are so small. There's no volume right now. No volume, very little versatility. There's not a whole lot going on. Okay, not a whole lot. So not with the euro, okay, not with the euro, and very little volatility as well with the dollar yen. Okay, I think I actually just said versatility, but that word would fit there. That word would fit there. We saw a nice little pop here off of this line with the Aussie dollar, but that wouldn't have been a good entry. This is just a nice little random pop for the most part. That would have been a poor entry to get down on because I could see this more often than not come back down here. and 40% of the time it'll rock you. So nothing to fret here about missing this bounce. Nothing to fret at all. Excuse me. Time to get my music going. Got a slight headache today. Is Mrs. Kelly here? Because she'll appreciate this one. I think I might need a hot toddy later. I think I might need to make one. Oh, she joined now. You joined late. You got your sound already on, Mrs. Kelly? Let's see. She just popped in there, so let's see. Got it on now. Yeah, I was just telling people that I have I got a slight headache going on right now. A little bit of a headache, so I was thinking I might need to make a hot toddy later, huh? What do you think? Looks like the dollar yen is going to give it its fallout now. There's nothing wrong with that either. Nothing wrong with it. But it's not where we want it, so we don't touch it. And it does make sense that it is giving it there. We just wanted to wait for a more solid entry. That's all. You can see that on a small trend pattern. Look at this, guys. Yeah. I'm not even going to draw it because I can just do it with the mouse here, the cursor. This thing is trending on with these highs pretty perfectly right now. Okay, so you could expect this candle to close red. All right, this current candle. Expect it to close red. Or at least move down. The only way I expect it to end up moving its way down to this purple line again. So there it goes right now, actually. Let's see. But once it gets down to this purple line, there is a good chance that we might have a call opportunity if the stars align and it gives us, if the reads are good, okay, if the other pairs are doing what we want them to do, if the price action's right, if the candles look good, there's a good possibility that we might be in on that for a call. That'd be pretty early in. That'd be a pretty early one for us. Right now we've got a nice good pop going on the euro, which is nice. It is nice, okay, because I was worried about the euro not having any action tonight due to the holiday. So it's going to be a little slow with our dollar pairs, okay? So our dollar yen, Aussie dollar, euro dollar, all of our pairs, they're gonna be affected one way or another, and it's going to be a little slow, okay? Tiamat, it's possible that there would be more trades. However, it's random. You know this. It is absolutely random. Now, that morning session, the specific session that I like to trade would be between 9:30 and 11. There is a lot more volatility, and there are a lot bigger movements, but that doesn't always directly correlate to more trades. Okay, it correlates to bigger trades. We have bigger movements. We're not saying, hey, this thing's only going to move a pip. We're saying, hey, this thing might move, 5, 6 pips, as to what we're looking at night. So it could be more. It could be more. There's definitely more action as far as the way the market's moving, but we can hedge the market all the same at nighttime. It's different. It's a completely different beast. But right now, we have a slight breakout of our first level, our first and foremost level on the dollar yen. And I do want to keep some attention drawn on this, okay? Because we saw it move into that purple line for sure. And the next little area it's going to be at is it's underneath the red line. You can't see it right now. There it is. All right, is this. It's going to be these bottoms here, okay? So if it's to break through this bad boy is going to fall. It's going to fall. So I really don't think it's got what it takes in one candle to keep plowing right on through, okay? I don't think it's got it. All right. I think from right where it's hit now, you're going to see this thing rise up off of this bottom purple line. So it did break through the first. It broke this level. All right. Broke through the first very clearly. Nice solid breakthrough. But now it's hitting this area and it's going to end up finding support is what I think. Okay. More often than not, you're going to see this not have enough ass behind it to continue to break through here, and just not enough momentum. And similar here, if we look at the euro dollar, look exactly what the euro dollar did. It jumped up, hit my top purple line, and bounced right back down. So if the euro dollar is going to keep getting resistance off of the top here, okay, off of the top here. So if this is to keep getting shoved back down, it's only going to keep shoving this back up. But we'll see. We'll see if this has what it takes. All right. Right now the euro is on one more fight up, so it's going to shove this down some more. See what it takes. It might have it in it. It's got a minute left or so to see where we close out. But important to note is it just set new lows in relation to these lows. Okay, so even if it does come back up and close here, we're going to want to be cautious with this. Okay, we'd be more apt to look for a put on a situation like this. Okay, because remember this is breaking our levels here, and hopefully the euro would follow suit and be looking for calls. But right now the euro still hasn't been able to break through. It doesn't have what it takes just yet. So euro keeps testing the same area, but we know when it likes to testing multiple times when it's thinking about going. Okay, more often than not, when something comes back and tests things more than once, it's the more times it tests it, the more often it's thinking it's going to go through. Right now the euro is just going sideways. Okay, for the last couple minutes it hasn't really done anything. It's fluctuated these tops here. It hasn't broken any new tops in the last 4 minutes. So this will be curious. And like I said, I don't know that the dollar yen is going to really have what it takes to break through here, but it might. It might. Okay, we're coming into the close of this candle right now. It doesn't teleport up at this very end. It might. It might. It's inching towards it. Okay, so it missed it by a little bit. It did close over, but it looks like it's going to open green in the open. Okay, yeah, there's a little bit of green already. Looks like it might do a little more, but this is going to be an important candle here. Okay, very important candle. This is where the market's going to tell us if it respects this or not. Go ahead and get rid of that, so we don't need it right now because it's not in that zone. If this is to close, this candle is to stay below. Okay, when close time comes, if it's to stay below this purple line, good opportunity for a put. Okay, good opportunity for a put if it's able to do that. But this is the candle that's going to tell us if this is just a quick swing in the market and it's going to retrace right back to where it was. If it doesn't do that, it should stay below the purple line, and like I said, good opportunity for a put. But we really do want to see this euro break this if we're going to be in on this for a put. It'd be very beneficial to us to see the euro break a new high and break out of its tight little zone if we're looking for a put here. Still looking for fallouts on the euro because of the level break. Still expecting fallouts on the euro because of the level break, but this is a very important area here. Very important. See it getting rejected by this little spot here. Okay, this is the area. It doesn't have to be exactly at the purple line right now because I do have it a little off. Okay, but that's where I like it. So right there is where I'm going to leave it. But let's see. Right now, the euro is pushing up while the dollar yen is pushing up, and we do want to note that. All right, we do want to note that they should go opposites, but right now they are pushing up together, and something's got to give. We know that something's got to give, so we have to make a decision on which one it is that's got to give. and it looks like the dollar yen might be retracing this freak candle here. It might be doing it. So. If we can get the euro dollar, okay, to keep bouncing off of the top level, okay, bouncing off the top level, not the bottom, but the top, we can get it bouncing off the top while the dollar yen is closing back above its line of support here, okay, that would be a call setup, okay, that would be a call setup for the dollar yen, and I'd be interested in that as well. So it all just depends, the setups are here, it just depends on what the market does at any given time. This is a pretty interesting spot right here, right there. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I am logged in, ready to go. I think I got kicked out here. I got a little pop-up. Let's see. I'm going to call a yellow light now. Call a yellow light now just in case I do like this. I don't want someone to be surprised. So I'm calling a yellow light now. Good time to get your broker logged in, ready to go. All right. And the two that we're really eyeing, okay, excuse me, is the euro dollar and the dollar yen. Those are the two, okay? The trades would agree with each other regardless of what they are. So those are the two we're eyeing here. All right. Now, this is the moment of truth, as we call it. We got to wait here. All right. And right now they're no good. They're no good right now. If they're to sit exactly where they are, we don't want them because they're sitting on our levels. We don't want them to sit on our levels. We want them to react to our levels. So the dollar yen is still feasible. The euro dollar is getting rejected, which would be good for our dollar yen setup here. Okay. All right. All right. I'm going to wait one more candle, guys. I'm going to wait one more. All right. The opportunity that was arising here for the dollar yen would have been a call on the dollar yen. Okay. But I want to wait more because I see a setup I like even more that might build here if we get lucky here, okay? If the euro can hold on one more, and I think it might be able to, just due to the euro close green here, while the dollar yen close green. So I think we might be able to squeeze one more green out, okay? So, and then get in for our put on the euro, okay? And it doesn't hurt to wait. Doesn't hurt to wait because it tested those levels and got rejected on the last second. So we don't like that spot for an entry, but this overall setup, we like waiting one more candle. I see something in my head here, okay? I see something that I really like, all right, if it can give it to us. Now, we did expect the dollar yen to rise, but I'm not afraid to pass up one trade for a better trade. Dollar yen is still rising now. We just want the euro dollar not to tank out already. We don't want it to blow out just yet, all right? We want a nice, slow, green candle that's continuous, rejected for the third time in 15 minutes, every 5-minute candle to be rejected by the same high. Okay. What did Calvin do there? Oh, Calvin took a call on the dollar yen. Good stuff. And he won it. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Yep. Not a bad call. That's a good trade. That is a good trade. Okay. But we know how I do it. I'm very picky. I'm very picky with my stuff, and I try to do as best I can to pinpoint a spot, okay? And if I have any reservations at all, okay, I like to wait. So I want to see what we have here. If this is to get rejected down below it, I really, really do like it. But once again, it also saves us because on the off chance that the euro dollar does want to blow out, we're not in for the wrong direction, okay? We're not in for the wrong direction, so it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt, but it is getting rejected again. It just tested it and got rejected again. But let's see what we got here. Look at the 1-minute charts here, okay? You'll see this. This is the area that's having so much trouble right here. Right where it's at right now is having so much trouble. Every time it's getting around this zone, history showing us that here, I got trouble, trouble, over and over and over and over again, okay? So this is a very commonly tested zone. So this is going to be a big deal. Whether it goes up or down, it's going to do it pretty hard, okay? So if it's a breakthrough, it's going to go pretty hard, okay? But if it's come down, it's going to do it hard. So we want to see what it's got here. Looks like it might be giving us that hard breakthrough. Good thing. Good weight. Good weight. Good weight. Sure looks to be doing it. Sure looks to be doing it. It has set new highs. Has set new highs, and it looks to be climbing up to a little area of support, which I see right here. Okay, you see right there. So it's arguable, and it's a little too close. It's a next little area, but it's more or less right here. Okay, it's where it's at right. It's this little stair here, guys, is what I'm looking at. I want to see how this reacts to this little stair. Okay, because the market came down and something here. Okay, gave the market a little bit of a poke. So I want to see if the market gets poked again once it gets there again. But I'm going to drop this back down to there. All right. All right, we still do have a yellow light. Our dollar yen is still rising. It's that double green that I was talking about. Okay, dollar yen is still rising. Had a little bit of fight in it before, but dollar yen still looks fine to our eyes. Euro dollar, though, okay, is giving us a double green, and we want to see where this closes. This is important. And we still have our yellow light. We still have our yellow light. We're still very close here. All right. Very bullish setup here on the dollar yen. Okay. Very bullish. Okay. We'd be look call on the dollar yen. I'm deciding whether or not it's going to give us that couple last ticks that I want to see here. Okay. I have my dollar yen set up on my charts here. Okay. And not going to do it, guys. Not going to do it. I wanted to see one more tick down, one more little tick session down. It's frozen right now. Okay, so it'd be kind of a silly spot to get in when you're just guessing. Is really what you're doing there. We have an overall read of what it's doing, but I want to know exactly where it's headed in the opener. Okay, and I didn't have a read there, so if I don't know what it's, I'm not getting in on it. Very bullish setup, though, on the dollar yen. Very bullish. But I don't want to see this thing tick down and then try to bounce up from a low wick again. And the famed 9 o'clock trade has not happened tonight. Okay, that was it. It was very close, but it's looking like it might be a 904 possibly. Might be a 904. Kelly got herself a put on the euro dollar. Good job, Kelly. Good job. Nice little solid win there. Mani petty win for sure. Market is very slow tonight. Very slow. Surprising that we almost had ourselves a trade at 9 o'clock, really. It is a little surprising. No volume tonight. The dollar yen is still doing its grind, but wow. There it goes. Now it's got some life. I was going to say, wow, that thing is slow. Give us a little pop there. And we expected it. We did expect the euro. Like I said, I was expecting the dollar yen to rise, but did not like the entry. Okay, and it did give us a scary start. It took 3 minutes into the candle for it to actually really become its winner. All right, so it's good enough to stay out of. Didn't have a solid read if it was going to give us that flip at the end, but that's doing what we'd expect there. Euro dollar finding a little bit of support on a purple line over here. Definitely finding some support. See it bounce right there as I'm talking. See where the other candle closed, got shoved down below it, went right back above it for its close. This candle comes down, bounces up off of it for its close. So good spot for an entry for a call, okay, would be that purple line. Good spot for an entry would be right here, okay. Now the issue is it's moving pretty quickly on the 1 minute scale. All right, it is moving pretty quickly on the 1 minute scale, and it's having trouble with these highs, okay. Watch it do it. It's right there right now. Watch. Watch. See it? Down it goes. All right. It reaches up here, doesn't hang out for very long, and then it drops on down. All right. These are the two areas that it likes to get a little bit of rejection from. Got doji closes, okay, or close enough to them, okay. The dollar yen just jumped at the very last second, but it was sitting almost doji, okay. It jumped at the last second, but it was sitting almost doji. All right, so we're not touching a trade yet right now, okay. Got a bullish, okay, a bullish little setup here on the Aussie, but the overall setup is pretty crappy, so we're definitely not touching the Aussie right this second. Aussie's building itself a nice little trend line too. Let's get this on the charts for you guys to see. All right. What its lows here, okay. Let's see if that holds. What we're looking for now, guys, is I'm be looking for an entry on this purple line, but for a 5-minute trade, which is this line here. I have it drawn on both charts here. Okay, so we'd be looking for a purple, or for a purple, we'd be looking for a call on the euro, okay, 4 minutes from now, okay. If the setup is there, that's what I'm looking for, all right? So no surprises, you guys know what's coming. I'm going to put that purple line up here on the on our 5 minute as well. Okay, this is the very, very tight zone that it's in right this second. Okay, this is this zone. It looks much wider because it's under 1 minute, but this is that zone right here. So much easier market for 1 minute trades right now than it is for 5 minutes, just because of what it's doing here. It's at a low right now. It's at a low, but we'll see if it gets bounced right there. It goes, bounce right back up. But let's see what it's got. Sitting on our level. So it'll only break out once. Okay, that's the rule of trading. You know, it's only going to break out. Well, in truth, it's going to break twice. Okay, it's going to break when it comes into your zone, and it's going to break when it leaves it. What it does in the meantime is what it's going to do the majority of the time. Okay, and that's what you're trading on. So you see, it's going to break out one time. All right. So if you get stuck against it once and you lose your trade because you were trading for it to bounce off of a level, you're not making a bad play. Okay, you just got unlucky. Okay. If you're looking back and you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, you've got 6 different candles, okay, that are respecting that zone. That was 6 opportunities for you to take a trade. So if you took a trade on all of them, you would have won 6 times and you would have lost once. So that's where the idea comes. Okay, that's the ideology behind trading a level, and it has to be profitable. Okay, now there's ways to mess it up. Obviously, there are, and if you have a bad read, that goes into it too. But that's exactly how levels work. Okay, so you get unlucky, you get unlucky. But if you're hitting all the spots you can be hitting, you're going to be slamming home more wins than you are losses, and that's the whole idea behind it. Curious to see if this is about to start a whole new level, though, a whole new zone. That's important for us. This is important for us. This would give us a put for the euro. This would give us a put for the euro. But it keeps bouncing back up into our level here. So it's only a couple ticks off that it wasn't actually below my drawn purple line. And it doesn't have to be the end all be all, but it is pretty darn close. I'd rather it be viewed as a couple ticks up, a couple ticks down zone. But that looks like it's staying there. Doesn't have what it takes yet. Dollar yen is also looking for a put here too, as well. So curious to see which one is going to give. All right. And this is a yellow light. This is a yellow light again. Okay, we're just staying on edge here. We're on edge. We've already got one in the chamber. Okay, we've already got one in the chamber. We're just looking to pull the trigger. Okay. All right. We got one in the chamber, just looking to pull the trigger. Let's see what we got here. Looks like they're going to be continuation candles. All right, nothing for the euro. Nothing for the euro. And the dollar yen is going to continue one more candle, as is. Euro was canceled out due to a doji close. Aussie is respecting our trend line beautifully. That's good to know. That's good to know. But we're going to hold out one more candle here. You see this just constant grind? That's not an indication that we're getting a put here with this setup, okay? And it flip-flopped on us near the end there. So you got to watch it all the way out. And where it closes is what really matters. But, yep, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got, guys. And we came close to a doji close on the euro dollar, and we're not touching a doji close. We wanted it for the euro dollar to be a put. We wanted it below our purple line. And as you guys can see, did not quite give it to us. It's below it right now, but did not quite give it to us. And on a 1 minute, nothing has really broken yet. Look at this, guys. All right. Come on, slow market nights. I knew we were gonna. I had a bad feeling that we were gonna get a slower night because of the holiday. It happens. Might have a good little trigger pull here though on the dollar yen if it keeps up this grind. I'm gonna like it quite a lot. This is what I'm looking at on the dollar yen, guys, as far as the put comes. You might be wondering where I'm seeing this from. All right, let me get that to the highs. I want to see something like that. So we'd like to see it push up and touch my trend line there. Really would. I'll draw a, well, it's already there actually. I just couldn't see it because the red's on it. Okay, I was going to say I'll draw the 1 minute over here as well, but we already got it there. It's just pretty hard to see. Price is having quite a hard time breaking through that. This line here, same line as this one, have quite a hard time breaking through. Looks like it might be doing it. This is the first 1 minute candle that I'm actually anticipating a breakthrough here. Let's see if it actually has what it takes. This is the first low break, if it's to hold on to this in at least 20 minutes. So but it's immediately jumped back up. God. Oh, that euro is just stuck right now and bouncing back up. It does not want to leave that zone. That was look at that, guys. Look at it. Had its first chance and it got rejected hard back right into it. Does not want to leave this zone. All of these good call entries here would have been holding up strong. What's Kelly got there? Kelly got a put on the euro, or I mean on the yen, I'm sorry. Put on the yen at, and I see one more, but I got to pop up another. Hold on. All right, winner for a put on the yen and a winner for a call on the euro. Good stuff, Kelly. Good stuff. I'm glad you got the. I'm glad out of those that you did get a call on that euro because she knows how to play these levels. Okay, and this is holding extremely strong with closes right now. Where it ends up closing, which is where you want your, which is what matters for your trade anyway. Where it ends up closing, the candle closes. If you're closing on moving data, is it does not like to close below this line. Good stuff, Kelly. All right, we've got we got a chance here on the dollar yen. We do have a chance here. We do want to see it hit my purple line. All right, I want to see it hit my purple line, my trend line here. That is. And we might be getting ready to pull the trigger finally. All right, we've had one in the cartridge here, and this is it. This is it. Okay, so this was the yellow light. I'm going to make sure that I am logged in, ready to go. I've already called the yellow light, but I'm going to do it again just to be sure because I'm thinking we've got it here. I think it might have what it takes to bounce up, pop off real quick in the very end. So, and it's the dollar yen, and what we're looking for on the dollar yen is a put. Okay, we're looking for a put on the dollar yen is what we're doing here. Okay, that's what we're looking for, all right? This is the moment of truth here, okay? And it's close enough, okay? It is close enough. It's looking to be giving us that fallout now, okay? All right, I'm going to grab it. I'm taking the put on the dollar yen at 11572. Looks like it gave me 11578. Okay, so I took 11578. 718, I'm sorry, 718, okay? So that's my put on the dollar yen, waiting 20 minutes in the running, the trade was. 20 minutes in the running, okay? All right. All right. Good entry, Mr. T. Lamont. Good stuff. All right. All right. Meanwhile, though, look at the euro down here, guys. Meanwhile, bouncing off of these levels all day on the 1 minutes. Look at this stuff. Haven't had to move these lines once here on the 1 minute. Look at this. It's crazy. Bounce, 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 bounce. What we would like to see, because it'd be exciting for us to begin with, and it would help our dollar yen trade, is we would like to see this euro dollar blow through our top level here. Okay, we would like to see the dollar yen blow through. I mean, not the dollar yen, the euro dollar break this finally. Every time it keeps getting up there, it keeps getting rejected, okay? But the euro dollar is going to break. Something's got to give eventually, and this is actually pretty impressive how long the 1 minute has been maintaining this tight zone. So it's going to break. It's going to break. And when it does, guys, when it does, watch this dollar yen. Very close to doing it now. Clap your hands. Might send it over the edge. Might send it right over the edge. It's sitting at the high, okay? It's sitting at the high. It's on my line. My lines are invisible. They're red right now. Rejected again. Oop, right back to it, though. Right back to it. Come on, break it. Break on through. There she goes. There it is. There's that break. That's it. That's a new high. Might get rejected again. It might get rejected again, but it did break those highs, and we know once it's been somewhere once it's stretched its legs and made one step, it's not hard to make the second. So watch that dollar yen. Watch it go. There she goes. About time, euro. Give me a little headache watching that bounce back and forth there. A little too much ping pong in there. And there's our nice little fallout we were anticipating on the dollar yen. Like clockwork. There she goes. All right, so dollar yen now. All right, let's keep that learning process going here. Dollar yen, look where it just hit, guys. Okay, see where dollar yen hit? This purple line is me telling you, okay, I'm expecting to see some hesitation here. It already is. It's already doing it. And I'm expecting to see it bounce off of this line and go back up a bit, okay? But it's already down quite a bit. It's holding on to some of its momentum, all right? This isn't to rise up and break ourselves. So I'm not scaring you. I'm just teaching you a learning process here. That's all. Okay, and right now, if it's to break through that, I don't think it has what it takes. But if this is it, this thing's going. Okay, if it's to break this, because it's breaking this low and this low. Okay, but very solid trade, very good placement. Okay, very, very good trade. Good solid read. I like it. Look at it go, guys. Look at it go. Okay. All right, well, you can count that one in the bag. You can. And meanwhile, I want to draw a little bit of attention to, because of this breakout on the euro dollar. Okay, I'll leave the charts up here, or the lines up here for a little bit. But the euro dollar has nothing stopping it right now. Nothing is stopping the euro dollar. If it's to close here, it's going to keep going up. It's going to keep going. Okay, and this is why. All right here. All right, it's going to work its way all the way up there, which is quite high. And this is the conservatives line. All right, this is at least where it's going to go, kind of thing. Okay, and same thing with the dollar yen. How I said it's going to go. When it goes, it's going to go. Look at this. It's huge because there's nothing to stop it yet. All right. The next area of good support would be right here. All right, it actually just mounts off of it there too a little bit. In truth, it missed it by a tick, but that could be close enough for the market to read it. But this is a pretty big gap to cover, and it's actually done it, which is kind of impressive. Kind of impressive, okay? But you could argue that there's one here, okay? You could argue, but this isn't a very solid one, but you could argue there is one there as well. If it gets down to the nitty-gritty, oh, did I miss my closeout? Where is it? Oh, it's on screen. There's the win. Gosh, I missed it. I like counting those down. Yeah, big win though. Huge win. That's unfortunate, but I like that, guys. I'm weird. I like counting my seconds down. It gives me satisfaction to count down my timers there. Big win for Bushido. Big win for Tilamount, no doubt. Big win for Kelly, Brian. Good stuff. Good stuff. What do we got here? Today's what, the 12th on normal world? Yeah, that's it. Okay, so looks like yeah, what did we get that by? I got in at 718, expired at 427. Yep, that's a big one. That's a big one. Actually, let's get that ready to go. Hold on, let me make sure I don't like having to click around more than I need to. All right. So right now the euro dollar is in a complete 50-50 zone. It's halfway to where it needs to be, which is up here. Okay, and we do expect it to continue there. All right, we do expect it to continue there, but the euro dollar is no good trade. This isn't a good trade to take. All right, we expect it to continue up and reach for this level. We think it will eventually do it here. Now, it's not a good spot to trade because when you're looking at your levels here, you see one up here, one down here, and prices somewhere in the middle. You're giving yourself a 50-50 trade, okay? Because if the market, if everyone reads that and says, hey, I'm going to put my money here, I'm going to put my money here, well, the market's going to react 50-50 to it, okay? And yes, this is definitely biased to keep right there. It goes now. As I'm saying it, it pushed powering right to it, powering right up through it, all right? But point is, when it's here, you don't want to enter. You don't want to enter here, okay? You wanted to enter here for the call, not here. All right, same to this. You wanted to enter here for the put. You could have entered here too. Once it was to break this, you could have entered here for the put and won by a mile. That'd be a decent Forex entry. Okay, this line here would have been a decent Forex entry, but we're trading our bins. Okay, we got our binary options here. So let's see how it reacts to these levels here. Okay, I'll leave them there. All right, I'll leave them there. It's looking to break through both of them actually. So we're gonna have to get some more on the lines here. All right, but it's not done. The levels don't matter until the movement has stopped, and right now the movement hasn't stopped just yet, okay? So that's the next zone right there. It's already reaching for it. Holy moly. Look at the 1 minute, guys. Look at the 1 minute once it broke through here. Do-do-do-do-do-do. 1 minute, it just went bananas. Good win, Mr. Good stuff. Congrats. Congrats. Kelly got the double win there. Kelly, what did you do with yours? Did you grab a short-term and long-term on yours? Is that what you're saying there for your double? All right, guys. I just got a member contacted me. Okay. We need to make something. Mr. Brown, are you in here, bud? Good stuff, Caleb. Good win. Good win, by the way. Let's see. I don't know if he's in here or not. Okay. Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown. I don't believe he made it. Yep. Okay. Guys, occasionally, from time to time, the password is changed to the room, okay? It is considered a daily password, but we hardly change it daily. But it is changed, okay? So you got to be ready for that. And it shows you guys the daily password, okay? It shows you the daily password on the site there, or when you're going to log in. It shows you what the daily password is. So, hey, Mr. Calvin. But you make sure that you pay attention to that, because don't expect to enter the same password always. It will not always be the same password. It does change, okay? All right, it does change. So just make sure that and it tells you what it is. You just gotta read it for a second, and you'll see it. But you shouldn't be missing sessions or any portion of time from it. If you guys just slow down just a little bit, you'll see it. It's a good song. I like this song. I do. Does anyone know who Martin Garrix is? Little fun while we're waiting for our next action bit here. And it's looking to be on the dollar yen, by the way. It is looking to be on the dollar yen. Martin Garrix, yeah. It's a little more. It's this guy here, Martin Garrix. He makes I guess you consider it dubstep. Really, it's like electronica music. And this song is extremely popular, Animals, and I got it stuck on my head. It's a good one. I like it. Sometimes I like to ask questions about music because we have a lot of people that are in our room from all over the world, So it's kind of cool to share things, and sometimes I get some good feedback too. And you never know. Someone that's living somewhere else might have a good song that I've never even heard of that I get the chance to hear. No, Calvin. We didn't go in for a second time yet. We're waiting. We're waiting for the movement to stop. Is what we're doing right now. That's all. Just taking a breather. Trading doesn't need to be painful and in a rush all the time. It doesn't. So you just take a breather. Okay. We're just waiting for it to do what we want. And right now, the only one that's setting up a good little setup for us right now does appear to be the dollar yen. But even that's a little ways out there, possibly. It's the closest one. But it keeps plowing through levels right now. It really does. Okay. You saw it respect the first level right here. You can call that a little bit of respect. It came down, bounced off of it, ended up closing through it, which means it's going to come down to this area, and it is. And depending on where this closed, it has a minute left, but we could look at this to play this level for a call here on the dollar yen. And the nice thing about that, okay, when we do get in for it, we had a huge movement down. We were in on it. That was our trade. That big win there, that was us. We grabbed that. Okay, but that's 50 pips. That's huge. Okay, that's a huge movement, especially in a slow market. 50 pips is monstrous. So with a movement like good solid 50 pip movement down here, okay, you can expect a good 20 pip rise off of that at one point or another. Okay, so it's always good to get a good call entry, and after such a long rise before it has risen at all, because as long as your analysis lines up with it, you've got another thing coming for you. You got another thing in your favor, okay? And that's the retracement, okay? So if we've got analysis for a call, all things aside, and then we apply that, or we add that to the fact that we're going to have some type of retracement, that's good. We like that, right? And similarly, on the euro, now the euro is actually getting to the zone where we do want to put it, okay? Not there yet, but remember, purple line is where we want our entries. Purple line is our entries, so we just got to wait it. 100 trades by now. Yeah. I haven't been booted off yet tonight, Kelly. My boots are going okay right now. But right now we're at Doji's. It's looking to close Doji and in 50-50 zone, so still no trades. The only thing that is arguable that you could have traded there would have been a put on the Aussie. However, I don't like that at all. I do not like that one bit. And the reason is because it doesn't agree with the euro, it doesn't agree with the yen, it doesn't agree with the pound so much, and it's not really at a solid, hard level. I have it here, and this is where it was rejected from, but it was more in a 50-50 zone, and I don't like 50-50s. All right, we want our entries here or here, but we don't want them in between. So, and that's an in between. But I guess it is time to give you guys some new lines for 60 seconds. And that's looking to be one right there if it's not to tank on through yet. It might blow through this. But if it's to blow through this, you know how to play it anyway. But that is the baseline where you're going to see the ping pongs off of it in the short term. Okay, that is the short line. Look at the power here on the dollar yen though with this line here that I drew before it got there. Did draw before it got there. Okay, I drew it when it was in this big candle, and look at this, ping, 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 ping. Look at the price now. So. Yep, that euro looks to be reaching for it. This is what I'm talking about. In a 50-50 zone, and it really does want to reach for this top purple line here. It really does want to reach for it. You don't really want to jump the gun and be in on a put already. Mr. Brown, you made it in okay, right, bud? You're in here now? I saw you connect, correct? Yeah. Oh, Mr. Silva, boot off means there's security features on most brokers, okay? There's security features on most brokers where if you don't click anything on your broker, it'll just log you off to make sure that someone doesn't just come by and use your computer and screw up your account, which could be pretty treacherous. Yeah. Mr. Brown, it shows the daily password when you go to log in there, okay? So you just want to always use what you see as the daily password, okay? That's essentially, we could change it every single day, but I think that gets a little redundant. But it should show you the daily password there, no problem. When you go to log in. Can anyone, you guys all saw the password, correct? When you came to log in? Right? Obviously, otherwise you wouldn't be in here. Do you mind describing for Mr. Brown where you see it? I don't know how to put that into words. When I log in, it looks different for me, so that's why I'm asking a little favor of you guys. I know it gives a little pop. It's the top of the page. Okay. It's always the top of the page in the box. Okay. So there you go, Mr. Brown. Just so you know, it always shows the daily password at the top of the page in the box. There you have it. But yeah, that's unfortunate because you did miss our first one of the night there. But it's no big deal. It's no big deal. It's learning. Like I said, we don't change it always, but it does change. That's for sure. It will change again too. But it's random really. But I do apologize that was a little confusing for you, Mr. Brown. All right, so we got a breakout going on the euro. Okay, the euro is finally breaking out, and the Aussie did get rejected again after testing this level again. All right, so I'm calling a yellow light now. I'm calling a yellow light right now. The move might have already happened, but we would be looking for this put here on the euro, okay, to drop through this level, or the call, okay, or the call on the yen. Okay, it's whatever one that we like more, but they both agree with each other. It's essentially the same trade. Okay, so I'm going to set up to the euro and the yen, and it's going to be one or the other. Okay, it would be a put on the euro or a call on the yen, and this is if we're to take it now. I need to watch here. I need to watch because it needs to be a full break or it needs to be a full support. Okay. All right. And I don't like where it's sitting. I wanted to see a couple ticks. I was waiting for it, so I was ready to go. All right, so we're going to wait one more. We're going to wait one more. All right, we don't want to be faked out here. We don't want to be faked out. But look at this on the 1 minute, guys. You see this? This is why it's a problem here. It was sitting. Look where it closed. This 1 minute was the close. You see how it closed on our level? We don't like. Still expecting it to fall, but I don't like that for an entry. And similarly, with our dollar yen, it closed just a little below it. Just a little below it, and I didn't like that. I don't like that. It's close, and it's arguable. It is arguable that you could take it anyway, okay? And we do still expect it to go in that direction, but I just don't like it for an entry, that's all, okay? So we just wait, and waiting doesn't mean that the trade is all gone and over with and never comes back. It just means we see what it has in store for us in the next candle, and we can make an entry in the same direction, okay? Oh, look at that, Calvin. Let's see. See what he's got here for us. Oh, right here. I see. I even scrolled past it myself, but yeah, the roost. There he is. You see that, Mr. Brown? Does it show it for you? It showed it for you like this, right, Mr. Brown? I guess he sees it. Might be a little frustrated with me because I didn't send him an email, so I suppose it's on me. Yeah. But yep, it's always up there. That's not a surprise. The password that you've been entering, I refresh that every once and again. No problem. But that was good. That was good. I appreciate that, Calvin. Thank you. A huge rise on the dollar yen, and the fallout happened on the euro. It's unfortunate, but it might have already happened. Might have already happened. All right, we'll see. Can still come back and give us an entry. If you keep your fingers crossed, might come back and give us an entry here. But that's what we were expecting. We wanted to play it safe. We did because it was at a funky close. The euro and the dollar yen were both at funky closes. And I don't like things that smell funky. I don't like it. So. Yeah. Calvin, I think it was updated like 20 minutes or so before the session started. So if you came in a little early, that's probably why it wasn't updated yet. The whole thing went through about 20 minutes before the session. So if you came in like extra early, it could have been confusing. But if you came in on, that's an odd situation. It would have been easier for the people that were on time versus the people that were early, which doesn't. Most things in life don't work that way. In this case, the early bird. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, in this case, the early bird gets confused. All right, so we're waiting, guys. We are waiting, and we are getting a little bit of magic here. We are getting a little bit of magic. We're getting a pull down on the dollar yen that we like. We're getting a pull down on the dollar yen that we like, and might have ourselves a trade here. So, and remember, we're looking for the call on the dollar yen. All right, as it sits now, we're looking for the call on the dollar yen. All right, looking to slam home numero dos here. Okay. The early birds. We might have stumbled across it, huh? The early birds. Oh gosh. All right. Okay, guys, I called a yellow light, and this is still a yellow light. All right, I'm looking. If I'm to be taking a trade, it's going to happen in about 20 seconds. All right, I'm going to be taking a trade. It's about to happen in 20 seconds. It's the dollar yen that I'm looking at here now. It's the dollar yen. Okay. Euro dollar is arguable as well. Okay. Both look good. Okay. The euro dollar would be a put. The dollar yen would be call. My broker's actually frozen right now, and it's actually irritating me. Okay. This does not update. I won't be able to take anything here. Okay. Well, I won't be able to call a trade because I can't take it myself. All right. So that's the way it is. All right. That's frustration. It's okay because we did have a doji close and we don't like our doji, so it is okay. It is okay. We had a doji close on the euro. We don't like our dojis, and we had a funky movement last there on the dollar yen, so it's okay. It's okay. But we'll still hold on. But watch this dollar yen find this. You see, this is what I'm expecting it to do, though. I'm expecting the dollar yen to bounce down here, okay, for an open, okay. Because the reason why it has all this wick up here is because it is currently being pushed down, which is just a good spot for an entry. But we're seeing the support down here, okay? This is an important support level, and it's proving to be one. So what I'm expecting to see here is to see the dollar yen push down to the purple line again in this candle, and then go green in this candle. So that's what we're expecting to see, and it did hit the line. So we'll see what it has to say. It wants to build a wick, though, that's for sure. Okay? It doesn't have the bullish momentum to plow through and give us a green candle here without that wick. So we'll see how it reacts to this purple line. But yeah, Kelly says that might just be the one, the early birds. What was the other one that we had, Kelly, that you said that I liked there? We had, it wasn't the morning doves, was it? Morning doves, I don't know that I like the morning doves. It was, what was it, the morning eagles. I like the morning eagles. I do. Morning eagles. We're not doing the morning fowls. No, we're not doing the morning fowls. That just sounds like we're making mistakes already. Morning fowls. Sounds like a bad football game. Actually makes me hungry. The morning fowls. Yeah, no on the fouls. Yeah, I agree. All right, so it's getting that support now. Boing, boing. Let's see what it's got here. Euro dollar is making an incredible push here. Okay, this is looking to break through our spot here, but this is okay. We would not, no matter what, have taken a trade on the euro dollar because of this doji close. That's ruled out. But look at the support bounce on the dollar yen. Let's see if it pushes it green now. It gave it the wick. Now it's time for it to push green. So we'll see. Just so I can kick myself in the rear for having a frozen broker. I don't know that I can control that though. That was very unfortunate. I went and changed the time frame on my broker. I went from like 60 to 30 after clicking the 60-second up here, and it just did load wheel forever. It's unfortunate. Doesn't matter, though. It doesn't matter. The way it's sitting right now, it's looking to give us another trade anyway. All right, it's looking for us another trade. But there's that push green. There's that push green. What did I say? Kick myself in the rear. Exactly what I said. Give us a tail and then bounce and then come back up. Golly. But it might. I'm hoping that it does something wacky just so we have ourselves an entry here. Okay. Meanwhile, the euro is looking like crap. It's another doji. It has the ability to give us something, though. So I'm not saying the euro is over and out with, but where it's sitting right now is crumbing. Dollar yen is sitting doji. It's crap. All right, so this will be our yellow light again. This will be our yellow light again, guys. And the one that I like that I'm looking to crush here is looking to be the dollar yen. Okay, it is looking to be the dollar yen, but we don't want to grab it when it's below that line. We don't. Okay, so let's see what we got here. See if it gives us that bounce. It gave us something wacky, but it's not enough for us to like it right where it's sitting yet. So I'm going to be ready to go on the dollar yen. Okay, this could be a last second pull, but I will say it. I will say it. Don't jump the gun on me on it. Okay. 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 And I am going to grab it. I am going to grab it. That's my pull. I pulled the trigger on this one. I called the dollar yen and I got 331. I called the dollar yen and I got 331. Okay. That was a very precise little pull there. Okay, if you will. I wanted to wait. So I got a call on the dollar yen and I got 331. It's okay, Bushido. It's okay, Bushido. On the dollar yen, the little ticks there aren't usually as important as on the euro. On the euro, that would be a big deal, and I'd feel bad for you because you'd be half a pip off. But the dollar yen isn't one. That's a big difference here. Okay, that's not a big difference. Okay. Good entry, Calvin. Good entry, guys. No. The dollar yen correlates a little bit different, guys. If you ever want to read about the way it's red, okay, it's a little different. Okay. Woo, Caleb got a high one. How did you guys get a 348 and a 349? Oh God. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you, Oliver. The only reason I'm laughing here is because Duncan is just bad luck Brian. Duncan has the worst luck. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know. But we did see new highs already, guys, on the dollar yen. This is awesome. This is awesome. It's down right now, but we already reached new highs. That's good stuff. So it's getting the fight from being up so high, but we know once it's been somewhere once, it likes to go there again. So watch this retrace. There it goes. It's giving us some pop there. All right. Watch it come back to the top of this red candle. All right. Huge fallout on the euro dollar. Okay, big fallout on the euro dollar. That was the other one we had, and we didn't like it just because of the doji, but I did say that the euro dollar would be a fallout here. Okay. But realistically, the dollar yen should be higher than it is. Lately, we've been getting a little bit of crummy correlations, just the way the market's been reacting. The dollar yen should be massively green, just like the euro's massively red right now. So it's being a pain in the butt right now, but it's very good for us. Very good for us that it's doing that. Absolutely, Oliver. Absolutely. It's just so much nicer when things move smooth, though. And you know, you see a big fallout on the
the euro, you should see the big on the dollar yen. When it's a big one like this, smaller ones, not so much maybe, but a big one like this, you should definitely see more of a reaction than we're getting. Definitely more of a reaction than we're getting here on the dollar yen. But it's okay. It might give it to us in the very end. It might just be delayed quite a bit, but it already gave us that pop, but we'll see. Giving us a pop there. How much time we got left? Oh, we got a minute left. Euro is very, very, very bearish right now. Oh, absolutely. Calvin's correct. Calvin, the thing is, Duncan is using the same broker as me. I just know that, okay, just because he's been with us for a while. You know, I like to know, I try to remember all of my members, you know, on a personal, I guess, basis. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but I'm pretty positive that he's using RB, okay? So his price should not be different than my price. Yeah. See, so that's why I thought that was ridiculous. But we are closing out here, and it finally did. It delayed, and it finally did give us the push that I was expecting. So there it goes. There she goes. All right. And 2, 1. Watch the magic. Watch the magic. There she goes. All right. There's number 2. So no problem. Good stuff, guys. Congrats. Good stuff. What's Mr. Bushido got there? Oh, okay. Good stuff, Bushido. Good stuff. Good entry. Like clockwork, guys. That's all it is. All right. You have your smooth days. Most days are smooth. Most are, but it is what it is. No, we still have, you can head out, Oliver, if you'd like. You know, obviously I can't tell you when to stay and whatnot. It's all completely up to you. But I will stick around, and if I see a trade in the next 9 minutes, I'll take it. But I won't be extending tonight's session, okay? So if that's what your question was, we won't be going past 10 tonight. So we'll be closing on time tonight. So that's up to you. There's a possibility that we have one more entry or 2. That's it. So that it's either going to be at 9:54 or it's going to be at 9:59. So look at this jump here. Look at this jump. You see this on this line here? You see the jump on the euro dollar? Perfect. Tutush, right there. All right. It's jumping off the top level of this mini zone. Going to be kind of curious if this is able to break into the mini zone and get stuck here again. I'll be kind of impressed. I don't think it is because it's too alive right now, but. I'm always looking for trades, guys. I am. I know sometimes it doesn't seem like it because I'm talking about other things, or sometimes I'm just quiet, or, you know, I'm always looking. Okay, I'm always looking because, you know, I'm making my trades here. That's what you guys are doing. You're watching my sessions. That's all. That's the easiest way for me to put it. So I'm looking for my trades here. I don't trade. Generally speaking, I won't trade past 10 o'clock, and I do for you guys occasionally when the market's permitting, but that's just because the market is about to die. It tends to die. And then there's also some wacky news releases, and I don't like to mess with it after 10. Whoa, somebody blew up the chat. What happened there? Good stuff. Good stuff, Caleb. Congrats. Good job, everybody. Bushido. Good job, Will. Yeah, that's Will's bouncing up there. Good job, Will. Good stuff. Yeah, good job, everybody. You pat yourselves on the back. You deserve it. Okay, you deserve it. You know, you're making decisions just like I'm making decisions, and you're doing half the battle because you have to control your bankroll. I can't control your bankroll. It's arguable that it'd be easier if I could, but you know, I can't control your bankroll. All right, that's a whole other world. So you guys are doing half the battle. So pat yourselves on the back every once and again, at least. Okay. Really can't wait till we get our day sessions going, though. I really am looking forward to that. Really am looking forward to that. Hopefully, we'll be very close by the end of the week, but you know, it all goes on. It all goes on how big our community is by the end of the week. So, you know, always growing. That's just a fact. But hopefully, we'll be very close by the end of the week. Yep. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. Not, I'm not saying next week will be a day session. I'm saying hopefully by the end of this week it's possible. Yes, it's possible. If we get a jump, Mr. Silva asked for how long is this site? We've been around for about 8 months now. I gotta get used to saying that because I always forget to add the months as they pass. Yeah, but I believe it's about 8 now. Yep. Day is the same as night. It's the same stuff, guys. Well, I take that back. It's not the same stuff. It's different, but trading is trading. I mean, I have just as much experience trading daytime as I do nighttime. Same stuff. Let's see. That trend line did hold strong and steady on our Aussie dollar all night. It did. It did indeed. This is the one I'm talking about here. And this bottom level still holding strong and steady. The Aussie's in an impressive high-low range right now, okay? With these, the lows for calls here, okay, as far as close goes, as far as closes go, all right? This is a pretty impressive zone that's holding strong and steady. The dollar, euro dollar, did fall out of its zone, and naturally, you don't see any purple lines in here, so you're not expecting to see it, you know, you're expecting to see it go to an area in the next purple line, which is here, and it has. This candle finally hit it, bounced off of it, and I don't think it's done yet. Excuse me, I think the euro dollar is looking to bounce this maybe one more time. Right now in this candle, if it doesn't do it in this candle, it's either going to make its bounce or range, but it's looking to have itself a nice little rise here soon enough. All right. What would be ideal though is if we could get, and this would take too long to wait for, so, and the market might die out before it gets there. But what I would be looking for if this was fresh into the session, we'd be waiting for the dollar yen to rise up to 115.6450, somewhere around there. And as it gets nearer there, we'd also be looking for an entry on the euro for a call, because as the dollar yen gets there, we'd be looking for a put. So we'd be expecting the price to fall at that area, and that's going to help us and benefit us if we want to call on the euro dollar. So just a little bit of cross fun there. Oh, we got some questions. Hold on, I didn't. I'm sorry, I got a little behind here. Let's see what we got here. I wasn't looking at the chat box. The morning millionaires, I like that, but we've got to continue the birds probably, I think. All right, let's see here. Yeah. So yeah, Mr. Silva says for us in Europe this time is better. Yeah, Mr. Silva, we're not. Don't worry. I'm not closing the night session. We're only adding more, so you guys have more options. That's all. So you're not going to lose anything. You're only going to gain. All right, that's it. And then let's see here. What else we got?
Morning Cobra biting the market. That's clever, Oliver, but I don't know that we can have a snake in the morning and a bird at night. I don't think they agree. Bushido wants to ride my 458. Yeah, I was looking at some neat ones today. What the heck was the name of them? Triton. I think it was Triton. Have you ever heard of a car brand called Triton? They've got some really neat 1,400 horsepower monsters. Portugal, never see. Calvin says, one question. Hold on, let me see if I understand this correctly. We have a breakout going on right now on the Aussie. Breakout on the Aussie, but this isn't a reliable one. This is not a huge reliable breakout because one could argue about that trend line. I'm going to delete that so you guys don't get confused with that because you're not going to know what the heck I'm talking about, and I don't want someone to make a mistake on it. But definitely a breakout of the top level here on the Aussie. All right, let me see here. So the way I understand it, we win, brokers lose. So if RB options, no one else is growing, it's not good for them. Some brokers say they win when we place a trade, winner or loser, but I thought it was like that only on Forex, not binaries. That is true, Calvin, okay? That is true. But if you ever are curious about, if you're worried about taking too much money from the brokers, first off, that's not a bad thing, all right? That's not a bad thing. But if you're worried about taking money from the brokers, I want you to remember how big they are. Binary options brokers are way bigger than anyone tends to realize, okay? One huge broker in general, okay, I was reading a pretty solid article, actually I think it was yesterday, on Any Option, okay? Any Option, for example, okay, I think they reported it was something like 40 million in profits, okay? 40 million in profits, a binary options website, 40 million in profits, just one broker alone, okay? And that's in 1 year, okay? That's in 1 year they reported that, okay? And they're not even the biggest one out there. Okay, but that's just one. Okay, so that's with their winners and their losers. They're pulling in still 40 million regardless. And you guys are onto something there, Mr. Bushido. Yes. If I would be all about opening my own. I don't think it'd be really feasible or possible for me to do it in the U.S. But yeah, if you open a broker, and you do it correctly, yes, that is easy millions. Literally, it is easy millions if you're able to do it. It's not easy work to get it there, but yes, opening a broker is, and then there's a lot of risks with that are legal things you got to get sorted out. There's a whole lot of stuff. It's a big investment, but yes, brokers make quite a lot of money, an absurd amount of money. There's a lot of brokers in Cyprus. Yes, that's correct. Yep, that's not the only place. Like Markets World is in the Isle of Man, which is in the UK there. Okay, so. Or off of it anyway. It's a little island, but it's they're all over the place. They really are. I think you got some in Canada as well. They're everywhere. They are, and they're growing. So there's hits that happen every once and again. Once upon a time, 24 option was U.S. backed, and we could, or not U.S. backed, but it was accessible to traders in the U.S. and so was Bank de Bonnery. And those were two of the biggest at the time, and now those are no longer accessible to the U.S. But at the same time, we gained access to more than two, so it's growing. It's just they screwed up with something they did on the legal side. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, Bank de Bonnery did. The AM session would be 9:30 to 11 a.m. Correct? Yeah, 9:30 to 11 a.m. is what we'd be looking for. And we might adjust that as it goes on, but that's the time I personally like, so that's probably when it'd be. But yeah, good stuff, Jennifer. The good stuff. Because we get the people in here, we open the AM session. It's simple as that. Okay? But with that being said, we're going to end up ending tonight. Take a good look at my lines, and there's something I want you to see here, guys, as far as the lines go. All right, I said that the euro dollar was going to bounce off of this line, and if it's not to rise, it's going to go into a range. This is a range. It's nothing but dojis. It's going. Market is going sideways. It's not going up. It's not going down. It's just going sideways. So that's what I'm expecting to happen here on the dollar yen once it gets down to this purple line again. Okay, if it's not to bounce off of this, if it doesn't bounce up and rise, it's going to just kind of hang out and go sideways.
See, this is what I mean. Right about 10 o'clock, markets start to become crap, and they are. Okay, they're crap. So don't got to hurt yourself about not trading them. But we're going to end it. We are going to end it. Is it a lie that the binary options brokers make money when we win a trade? Correct. I'm pretty positive they. And I could be wrong. Maybe I can't speak for all of them, but I'm almost positive that when we win, they'd lose. That is absolutely correct. Okay. So, and I've had my issues with brokers before, and that's why I say that. Okay. I've had my issues where brokers weren't happy with my winnings. So that's why if they were winning when I was winning, they would be inviting me to their dinners. Okay. They'd be taking me out. Yeah. So, but I have a list of them, Nikolay. I have a list of blacklists, and I'll throw it in. Remind me next session, and we'll go over it again. And I have a whole list of them. I can't just give you any one, but there's a few of them. I have them written down everywhere. But with that being said, guys, crushed it tonight. Good stuff. Let's keep the weekend rolling solid and strong. Okay, 3 winners yesterday and another 2 for me tonight. So let's keep it rolling. Let's keep hurting them. All right. Yeah. But yeah, good night, guys. And if you're new and you want to know how the affiliate program works, just open the guide at any time. Okay, just log in and open the guide at any time, and scroll down to the affiliate section, and it explains it all to you. Okay, and get the people in here because you'll benefit because we'll get another session going too. All right, so and you'll benefit because your wallet. As simple as that. You make money on it. It doesn't cost you anything. You make money. Simple as that. Okay, so. Good night, guys. This is Chris with Night Owl Signals. We'll see all of you tomorrow back at the Roost. Good night, guys.